put on a show last night, putting up 143 points and blowing out the Lakers. Just about everyone got in on the action except Ben Simmons, who struggled from the field and even took his first ever legit three-pointer, which he missed. Porter thought maybe seeing girlfriend Kendall Jenner staring at LeBron had something to do with Simmons' struggles, but it's no secret he can't shoot. And I'm one of these guys. I've never been a huge Ben Simmons guy. It's a league where you should be able to shoot. You need to be able to shoot. Steph Curry has transformed the league, and somehow we've convinced ourselves that Ben Simmons is the next LeBron James, but he can't shoot. And I think it's their Achilles heel. They've got a nice roster, but I think Milwaukee and Toronto are going to exploit the fact that you don't have to guard Ben Simmons.
You better slow down.
Listen, I'm with you so much in this one. The reason why, I'm going to tell you why. He's 6'10" point guard. That's unheard of, right? You have Magic, you got like a LeBron-ish. There's not a lot of people that are like that. But to me, and I'm not a fan of like what he does right now. He's been in the league 3 years. I'm not a fan of what he does. Like he's not LeBron. LeBron can take 4 guys from Home Depot and go to the playoffs. He needs people around him, like a Dak Prescott. You need those people around you for you to do well. Okay, so if you didn't have JJ and you didn't have Tobias Harris, you didn't have Jimmy Butler, if you didn't have Joel Embiid, and you just had a couple of average guys and one guy that was like, okay, you really be exposed because you can't even make a 5-footer. Like, I just don't see.
I've never been big.
That's exaggerated, though, that he can't shoot.
Not outside of 10 feet.
Okay, but now we're qualifying it. Like,
not outside, that's shooting.
The guy's 13th in the league in field goal percentage by his game.
He's shooting layups.
But that's my point. So here's the thing. You start to extend that. You start to increase that range. We've seen it before. We talk about Magic Johnson. First 10 years in the league, 23% from behind the arc. I'm not comparing on the Magic, just giving you growth charts. Then all of a sudden, 11th season, 38, 39%. 11th season. So there was a time where there was a sports analyst out there saying, in his 3rd season, he can't shoot. But you know what? You start to develop your game. Of late, Blake Griffin has extended his range to now. Blake Griffin's shooting from 3 like none other. Michael Jordan, you talk about his shooting. He shot his first 6 years under 30%. I'm not comparing him to any of those guys.
It's raggiest looking left-handed.
It's raggedy. It's not cute. But what he does effectively, and there's something to grow from.
And I'm left-handed.
Which is what he does right now. Y'all stop hating on Ben Simmons.
Kawhi Leonard is the example that you have of a guy that extended his range over time, and they should be moving in that direction. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a problem for Philadelphia right now because his main job is to
facilitate.
Get attack. Get in the paint, attack, make the defense shrink, and then you kick out to your shooters. They have shooters, and they have talent that can shoot now. They have a shooting big, and they have a shooting power forward. They got Jimmy out there shooting. They got JJ out there knocking shots down. So his attack is his biggest asset right now. And the fact that he's also averaging 8 assists and 9 rebounds, he offers things to the game of basketball. He's not like LeBron. Do not get it twisted at all.
That's what they're comparing him to.
I know, but all their comparisons are not always right. He's his own entity. He's a 6'10" point guard.
6'10".
But he also posts smaller guards and take advantage of switches. So that's his job right now, but he should be building his jump shot out like Kawhi Leonard.
What happens in the postseason? He again, regular season NBA is one thing. You get into the postseason.
You got to play that team 4 times, beat that team 4 times.
I don't think he puts them at a detriment because they have a go-to scorer in Joel Embiid.
What is he shooting from the free throw line?
I'm not talking. He's not their go-to guy though.
60%.
He's their facilitator.
Ball's gonna be in his hands.
Ball gonna be in your hands.
But you trust him to get it to the right person.
We can intentionally foul you.
I'm not. That's not a problem. Because you can sub out the game. You have TJ McConnell that can play.
That's going to kill.
But what I'm saying, it's not going to kill the team. But if a team wants to go to that strategy, you have things you can go to. As the 76ers, they have a go-to man in Joel Embiid. They have shooters. They have shooters in JJ Redick. They have a closer in Jimmy Butler. So they have strengths that they can go to, but they also have a 6'10" attack.
I like the Tobias Harris pickup.
Right. Tobias can get you a bucket any way you want to. They have a 6'10" guy that can attack and exploit mismatches.
It's your 3rd year.
We got to move. Well, Simmons may have struggled on the court last night, but he also might have stepped in it off the court. Before the game, Magic Johnson revealed that Simmons, who happens to be repped by LeBron's agent Rich Paul, contacted the Lakers to set up a meeting with Magic for advice about being a big guard. Today, Sixers general manager Elton Brand said he refused to authorize the meeting. All right, are the Sixers potentially making a mistake here? They may have just stepped in with a chess move in terms of Ben Simmons. Y'all prevented me from developing as a basketball player by preventing me from working out with Magic. Are they making a mistake here by playing hard and fast with Ben Simmons?
You know damn well they are. And I'm upset at Elton Brand, the friend and the former player, who is now going corporate and forgot that once you're a former player, you're allowed to blur the lines in certain situations. This is one of them. I don't understand this fear-based, insecure mindset of, don't let them work out and get better with Magic Johnson, because Magic Johnson may be recruiting them when they're taking breaks in their workouts. It doesn't work that way. Magic Johnson, his presence is a recruiting shit out there for everybody else. They see Magic Johnson with the Lakers. They want to get recruited to the Lakers. That's on them. There's a separate lane where he's talking about, let me keep my narrow focus on being a better player for this organization. If I'm going to go to the Lakers, I'm going to go to the Lakers whether you try to stop it or not. So I don't understand where Elton Brand and the Sixers are coming from for not allowing a guy to just get better in this game.
While I think Elton Brand should win GM of the Year, he's done a great job so far in rebuilding that team. I think he made a mistake on this one because I'm with sharing knowledge and sharing the game amongst players. I think there's very few players that take the opportunity to actually help the younger generations and help them out, help them learn, help them grow. In his case, Ben is dealing with one guy who's been where he's at that has a similar base for his development and for his growth, and to teach him that position because he's at a disadvantage of being 6'10". As much as he has an advantage at 6'10", he's at a small disadvantage in some capabilities that he has to do on the basketball court. And I think Magic has that for him. I think it shouldn't be looked at as a recruiting tool. I think Magic is professional enough to be able to help the younger generation.
That is desperate also, though, too.
And he's been tampering a couple times.
What happened to Jason Kidd? What happened to Rod Strickland? What happened to all these other amazing point guards?
They 6'10",
none of them 6'10".
But what does 6'10" got to do with 6'5"?
Body type matters.
Magic Johnson considered the best.
Somebody's
going to
teach him how to shoot the ball?
Yeah, are they better than Magic?
Is Magic Johnson considered the best point guard of all time?
Yeah, I mean,
do you want to learn from the best, or do you want to learn from?
But that's more instinctual. Like Magic, who went to
Magic
Magic before about point guard advice like that, and he taught him for the whole summer? What are we doing?
No, just to get it.
You can't have a first client?
No, listen, man. When you start letting, grandma used to tell me, you let that woman in that house now and leave her in that house, you can't be mad at the husband after a while.
Oh, wow.
Time out. Guys go to
that.
Hakeem all the time.
Yeah,
Hakeem, not a GM.
But Hakeem is a lifelong Rocket.
No, but Hakeem is not a
consultant
GM.
for nobody
You are
else.
tampering is my point.
I understand
that is tampering. So sooner or later, if Ben Simmons starts going with Magic Johnson and he's with Clutch Sports, sooner or later, 2 years from now, the Lakers may get Ben Simmons. Y'all don't see that happening?
No, I don't see it. I don't see it.
They can match our offers.
Without it, I can see it happening without him going to Magic in terms of tutelage, and I also can see it happening if he works with him. But guess what? You're not going to stop the bum rush. If he's going to go to the Lakers, he's going to go to the Lakers. The mindset of saying, "Oh, don't go around him, girl. You might start liking him." She gonna go where she wants to go, and if you want to make the interaction happen, it's gonna happen.
What did you say to me the other day? It's prevention.
You said it. Let's not go back to that. Let's not go back to that.
I don't blame Brazil.
You get in free agency, you get a chance to offer him a contract, and you get the match of the 76ers. Like he can't just go straight to the Lakers. You got time, and they will be a perennial powerhouse with him on their roster.
I think there's risk both ways. I think the Lakers have done this, and Magic made it public. It's a talking point. Rich Paul, and trust me, Magic Johnson's desperate. LeBron's desperate, which means Rich Paul is desperate. And if they can start a relationship or a conversation with Ben, hey, man, the Sixers didn't allow you to develop, work with Magic Johnson. You need to get up out of there. They can play that card.
Yeah.
They could also play the card of, come on out here to L.A., work with Magic.
He's already in LA.
Be better?
I'm about to say he
already out here.
Okay.
So it's a lunch date, and that's about it. Catch him at the gym and give him something, give him a little something. I'm not talking about spend a whole summer with him, but give him something, share a little knowledge with him, try and expand your mindset, but not spend a whole summer with him.
I'm just saying, go to Jason Kidd, go to someone else that was an amazing point guard and get advice from them as well. What you going to teach him how to spin? Like, what are we? Okay,
Baby hook?
Baby hook. What are we doing?
I mean,
It worked for Magic.
Really sell my no look? Like,
listen, I agree with you. Jason Kidd could possibly be a factor. Jason Kidd came into the league and couldn't shoot,
Right.
and then turned into a decent shooter,
J.
a very
Kidd
good
top 5
three-point
ever?
shooter.
Go get my man Chip England, who taught Kawhi how to shoot.
All right, we're gonna move. Coming up,
Random.
reportedly NBA.